Cooking your way through life.
Yo, every slip.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Cooking Your Way Through Life with me, Chef Drake. And today we're making the perfect steak. Now, it's my perfect steak because the perfect steak really doesn't exist because we all like them different ways. But I'm just going to give you a couple of different tips and techniques to hopefully make your perfect steak at home. I do have a recipe in my cookbook about steaks, but it's with a blue cheese sauce. It's pretty much going to give you the same tips and tricks, but this way you get to see it visually. So let's start with the first step, making sure your steak is dry as possible. Now, my steak today that I'm using, my cut of choice, I really like New York strip. I like the marbling and I like the fat that's inside. And then the other thing that we want to make sure that we do is have a really nice pan. So I'm using cast iron, which is the pièce de résistance of the steak cooking. And what I really want to do is put in some clarified butter in my pan. A little bit more than I need, but it's okay. What I really want to do is get this super, super hot. So I'm just going to have this going. Now, while my cast iron skillet is warming up with that clarified butter, which means it's a high temperature fat, so it can go super high, we're getting our steaks patted dry, as I mentioned earlier. And this is also because when your steaks go into your pan, you want them to be as dry as possible. Moisture on your steaks gives you the opposite of what we want. We want a nice sear, we want a nice crust. And if the moisture is on the steak, then they start to steam. So different S word, no sear, they start to steam. We want them to sear. Now, I'm just doing a nice little steak mix that I made myself, but you also can just season your steak with whatever you like. Most people do just like their steak, just salt and pepper as well. That's also up to you. Some people also say you shouldn't put your seasonings on beforehand, but I'm not those people, so you're okay. So today, I'm just doing a nice little steak blend. I like for my crust to be really, really nice, and especially because I'm making a sauce for this today. So we're actually gonna use some red wine, and we're gonna make a nice little red wine pan sauce with this. And we're gonna do a red wine rosemary sauce. So we're going to make sure that the pan and the steaks have the really nice rosemary flavor underneath, the undertones of the rosemary. And then when we deglaze with the red wine, that's gonna give us all that rosemary flavor and the steak flavor all in one. But I also like for my steak to be very peppery. So I put a little bit of the seasoning, a little bit of the pepper extra on top. Of course, both sides. You always want to season both sides of your proteins. So whatever you do on one side, do it on the other. Now let's check on our pan. So my pan looks super hot. And what I want to do is put this down and hear the nice sear. So you might be able to hear it on my microphone. Oh yeah, baby. That is what I want to hear. That tells me that the pans are hot enough, so I'm gonna get both pieces in so we can get a nice sear on both.
So let's start by searing on the presentation side. This is gonna be the side that we serve. Now, the only thing we have to do is nothing. Do not flip your steaks. I know it's very tempting, but leave it alone. Do nothing. Put those tongues down. We want a Maillard reaction to happen, which means we want that sear to actually happen on the steak, which means we need to leave it alone. I promise you. Now, once you leave it alone, then we can flip. Now you see this crust? This is because we left it alone. We did not bother it. We let it actually sear. This is what we want. I want that nice sear. Now I can add my rosemary so I can slowly start infusing the rosemary flavor into the oil, which will now infuse into the steak, which will also carry over to our pan sauce.
All right, guys. Now that my steak's cooked on both sides and my rosemary has been infusing into the butter, I can take my steak out because it needs to rest while I make my sauce. So I'm just gonna grab my steak. I made a little landing pad with aluminum foil on my cutting board so that if my juices start to come out, which they will, I have somewhere for them to go. And then in my pan, I'm gonna use this to create my pan sauce.
So pan sauce is going to start. I put this glove on because this cast iron skillet is hot. Now you see this? This is fond, F-O-N-D. That's all your stuck caramelization at the bottom. I'm going to start by adding in some nice onions and garlic and some of my scallions as well. I like adding in little scallions here as well. Getting all this cooked down, we're just gonna sweat this down into the pan. My cast iron is very hot, so I don't have to worry about it. And I can go ahead and sweat everything down and get this amazing flavor going. Now, you can't smell it at home, but this is just heaven right now. Like, this is amazing. But I still have that stickiness on the bottom of the pan. So what we're gonna do for that, we're going to deglaze. Now, deglazing is just using a liquid that's a different temperature. I'm gonna pour in my red wine to reduce it down, but also deglaze that pan. And I have about 30 seconds to scrape along the bottom of this cast iron skillet to get any of my fond up. So this will be amazing flavor inside of my sauce. That's all I need. So the flavor of the pan itself, which was the steak and the seasonings, then me adding in the onions and the garlic, that rosemary, that red wine, all of these flavors come together to create my pan sauce. Think gravy, but more flavorful and just a little bit more extra, you know, I guess, seasoning there. Now, I was going to say healthier, but to finish off with pan sauce, we add in butter. So, I still have this butter going in. Do not worry. Now, I took the pan off of the heat. I put it on my countertop, which is going to be stone. So, it's going to cool down the pan. When I'm adding the butter in, the pan needs to be very low heat or no heat because I want my butter to slowly melt in. Otherwise, it's just going to start to separate. I want the butter to slowly melt into the pan sauce. What you should be seeing right now, right in front of your eyes, is that my sauce is getting thicker. As that butter is melting, that is going to be my thickening of my sauce, and it's going to add in that flavor of the butter as well.
So, our sauce is ready. Our steaks have rested. You can cut them. You don't have to. I like to cut mine just so my guests can once again see what they're getting. I also like to cut it so that when I put my sauce on, I can see the sauce go on every piece. And then each and every piece can then taste amazing. But this is also up to you. But the great thing is, since I let them rest, when I slice into it, I'm not losing any of those juices. And that's what I really want. The other great part about cutting it is that when we plate it, we can spread it out. So I cut this one to a nice medium. Of course, yours can be whatever you like. I usually like mine's medium rare for the most part. But I do find with this really thick crust, I like it more medium. Just grabbing our sauce here. There's pieces of rosemary in here, but they've been cooked down, so they're actually nice. And I just like to put enough sauce on there so I can really get a taste. And then I finish it off with a little bit of those fresh scallions. And there you have it, perfectly seared steak. Now, super easy, not too fancy, just a nice seared steak to your temperature, sauce that really has all the flavors that you put inside, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed today's recipe. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, please, to all your friends and family. Remember to pick up the cookbook at Amazon.com as well as BarnesandNoble.com. And then always check me out weekly back here for new recipes. I'm also dropping the same episodes, different episodes of the podcast every Thursday. the same title, Cooking Way Through Life, so you cannot get confused. That comes out Thursdays. These drop on Monday. I have the tips and tricks that come out weekly as well as the small bites. So please enjoy. I hope you had a good time and have a good day. See you next time. Peace.
Cooking your way through life. Cooking your way through life.
Thank you for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe even learned something. You know what to do next. Please hit those like, share, and subscribe buttons below and have a great day.